Hi, it's Steve again, and I'm just going to give you an update on a new purchase I've made today. I've bought myself a Honda 4-stroke brush cutter, and I'll give you some of the reasons in a second, but yeah, I needed to upgrade for a couple of reasons. So as you can see, here is the new brush cutter. It's a Honda 4-stroke. It's a UMK 435U with the loop handle. At the moment it's in its whipper snipping configuration, or its line trimming configuration, which is how it came from the store, and it's been run in the store, but I haven't touched it as yet. I've got it sitting next to my Ball-Merag brush cutter, which I bought specifically for running the blade that's on the end of it. It's not been all that successful, and that's the reason I've got this. This is to take over from that with that blade on it. But today I'm probably just going to run it in the line trimmer configuration to see how it goes. I'll give you some of the details of the trimmers. So the Ball-Merag is an SMX 720. It's supposed to produce 3.4 horsepower to 4.1 at peak, and it's a 65cc engine. Now I can tell you that the Ball-Merag's a heavy unit. They don't actually list the weight. It's a 2-stroke unit, 25:1 mix, and you know what comes with that. The difference between the Ball-Merag and the Honda is that the Ball-Merag's a multi-tool, so I've got a number of other attachments for it as well. The Honda on the other page is really a maximum output of 1.6 horsepower and at 7,000 RPM with 1.9 Newton meters of torque. Now I think from a torque point of view, the Honda might win out. The 4-stroke engines have a much more torquey capability. I think the specifications on the Ball-Merag are a little bit exaggerated, and they've been known to exaggerate their specifications somewhat. I mean, it's possibly a 65cc cc engine. It's possibly producing 3.4 horsepower, but who knows? People who are wiser than me can check all that out and test it. But I should probably go through some of the problems I've had with the Ball-Merag. So I've only done a little bit of cutting with this. I did the front corner of the block, and it doesn't have any real vibration compensation on the engine, and for that reason the vibration's going all through your hand, mainly your right hand as you're holding the trigger, and after a while it gives you that thing that chainsaws used to give you, which is that vibration weakness where you can't grip things because your hands have been vibrated. I can't remember what it's called, but there's a specific term for it. So yeah, so this is a heavy unit. No denying it's a very heavy unit. Having said that, the Honda is a heavy unit as well. They feel almost identical, even though that's empty of fuel at the moment and this one's full of fuel. Comparisons as far as feeling the two side by side, that still feels slightly heavier. There's another problem with the Ball-Merag which has just happened recently, and I'll point it out to you. If we go down and have a look down here, we'll find that, see this nut here, this has worked its way loose. It's actually stripped it out, so the handle, it's a bit hard to see, but it slides around on the shaft, and I haven't been able to get a replacement yet. I don't even know if I will be able to get a replacement, certainly not in their list of replacement parts. So we'll have to wait and see what goes on with that. But I'm a little disappointed with the ball mag. I've got it in a configuration of a pole saw as well, and I found that as a pole saw it's not too bad. You're only using it for short periods of time. You're not running it. That blade at the end, if I go and have a look, it's called a brush destructor blade. It does vibrate a lot, so that causes a lot of vibration up through the shaft as well. But most of the vibration is definitely coming from the engine. So I will be putting the blade on the Honda. A couple of things about the Honda that are not impressive. When you take the line trimming head off, you could actually change the brush guard as well if you're going to put a blade on. Now I probably won't put a guard on when I put this brush destructor blade on. I'll probably just put the brush destructor blade on and leave the guard off, because it's supposed to protect you from debris, but I find that it's not really a big problem with that blade. It cuts stuff down pretty fine. And I've got on order some shin guards for my legs, so they should be arriving on Monday. What I might do is set you up on the car again, and we'll give the Honda a start, see how she goes. So that's alright, she starts alright. She's supposed to start on a first pull, but I think it was actually flooded. Anyway, once I turned the choke off, she started fine. So I'll probably give you a bit of a vision of me using it around the place. So